Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Don't Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what you're going to be seeing is this is going to be my Cleveland Browns versus Cincinnati Bengals game reaction, kind of going through react to the game. Cincinnati Bengals defeated the Cleveland Browns 21-14. It was I'm going to say a good game because of one important thing. Now, you might call me a douchebag for celebrating Deshaun Watson got injured. Did I celebrate him getting injured? No. At first, I was like, oh, fuck. Did he just get hurt? I saw the replay. You saw the Achilles. It was like the most cleanest pop you could ever see. You knew immediately when we saw the replay. For about 2 or 3 minutes, I was like, oh, fuck. This is just Cleveland's luck that he's going to get injured, and now we're down our quarterback. But it took me about 30 seconds into the DTR being out there when he made one deep throw downfield, the first time we've seen that happen all fucking season. And I was like, oh my God. Deshaun Watson's out. This is the best day ever. Now, like I said, the Browns did lose this game, but there was some good things to kind of take away from it. So, like I said, I'm going to kind of go through. We're going to review the game, talk about it, give my emotions from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. Like I said, did we lose? Yes. But I actually feel better about this loss than I feel about any of the other losses. So, without further ado, I'm going to go and get straight into this. If you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, like I said, 21-14. Was this a bad loss? No. This was actually one of those losses where it's like, I feel like we can build from it. And you might be saying, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I said, Deshaun Watson, gone. We can now rebuild the offense around other quarterbacks. We saw DTR out there. He actually showed bursts of good. Then all of a sudden, in the fourth quarter, he looked like pure manure. So what did we do? We took him out of the game. We put Jameis Winston in. Jameis Winston actually looked good. You know what he was doing? He played a lot like Joe Flacco did last year. He played with the mindset of, I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm just going to push this ball down the field. If it gets picked off, it gets picked off. If it ends up being a 50-yard touchdown bomb, great. And every Cleveland fan is going to get pissed off whenever James Winston starts throwing interceptions. Last time I checked, last year when Joe Flacco was throwing interceptions, ain't nobody gave a shit. Plus also, when Deshaun Watson went out of this game, I feel like a lot of fans, and I mean a lot, from the stadium to the people on Twitter to everybody in the world that's a Browns fan. When we saw Deshaun Watson go down and you saw DTR go out there, it just felt like the whole Browns silent. Everybody rallied behind DTR. And even when James Winston went out there, everybody rallied behind James Winston. When Deshaun Watson goes out on their field, ain't nobody give a fuck. Now, kind of looking at the game as a whole, obviously, we need to talk about the opening kickoff 100-yard return. That can't happen. If the Browns don't let that happen, there's a very real chance that we go in halftime probably 0-0 and the Browns don't even attempt to go down the field and score that touchdown. But it happens, and you know what? We can live with that because our defense, they stepped up. They held the Bengals to basically 0 points because special teams allowed that touchdown. Then we all knew the defense, they were eventually going to let up points. And I would say this, everybody's kind of mad at the defense, being like, how are you allowing 21 points? Last time I checked in the NFL, you hold a team to 21 points, you should win games. That is giving your team a chance to win. It's like the day and age of, I feel like the Browns are living in this world where they think they can win games like the New England Patriots used to, or like the way Bill Belichick basically wants to win games, where it's like you score 10 points, 14 points. This ain't Iowa college football, people. This is the NFL. You gotta score points. Another great thing about the Browns today, like I said, Nick Chubb came back. I praise Jesus. This man is okay. He's healthy. He ran a touchdown. That was awesome to see. There was also a missed field goal by Dustin Hopkins early in the game, but that's neither here or there. But like I said, in that second half, especially whenever, like I said, DTR, he's trying. He looked good. He was running. The read option was looking pretty good. But the offensive line can't block for shit. Like, Jedrick Wills, halftime, he doesn't even look like he gives a fuck. And other times where he does look like he gives a fuck, he looks like he doesn't even know what the hell he's doing. It's like there was a few times where I saw Henderson just blow by him, and Jedrick Wills, he's just standing there like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, hello, dude. Put your hands on somebody wearing the white jersey. Like the jersey over there, the white one, the white jersey with the helmet that's orange and has the Bengals stripes on it. Yeah, block them. Because the amount of times, it didn't matter who was in the Bengals. Trey Hendrickson, BJ Hill. I'm trying to think of other guys' names on that defensive line. But they were in our backfield all day long. Obviously, like I said, when it went up to 21-6, I think the Bengals knew they had the game in the bag. Our offense still was doing absolutely nothing. And like I said, that end of the half touchdown, I think the Bengals couldn't have gave a fuck about us scoring there. They pretty much knew. Let them drain the clock, which is what we were doing. We were draining a lot of clock, and we got down to, I think, like a minute 08, a minute 07 to go. Bengals knew, okay, onside kick, we can recover this. Let's get out of here. And they did. They recovered the onside kick. It was a little close to too close for comfort, because if that ball went another 2 more yards and took that bounce, there was a chance we could have recovered it, but it didn't take the bounce. Bengals guy jumped on it right away, and they ended up winning the game. Now, kind of discussing how everybody did. I'm going to start off with the Bengals side of things. Bengals, they look good. But you know what? Everybody looks good when you play the Browns, because the Browns this year make everybody look good. We made the fucking Jaguars early in the year look good. You just saw what the Jaguars did overseas in London. They look good. When they play bad teams, they look good. So when it comes to the Bengals offense, like, they did their thing. They were good. They did okay. They got good motion. They were running the ball. Chase Brown, he was running physical. There was a few penalties called back that kind of hurt them. I think earlier in the first quarter, one of the two. He had a run, like a 30-yard run, brought back on offensive holding. Kind of bullshit if you ask me, because I didn't even see the hold. And yes, I'm defending a Bengals player for not holding, or when they were called for holding. It was a little bit bullshit. Now, when it comes to the Browns side of things, let's talk about it. Watson, 15-17 for 128 yards. He looked good. He looked okay. But you know what the problem was? A lot of that was short passes, little 4-yard screens, under routes. Like, he didn't do much. They didn't push the ball down the field. DTR and Jameis Winston, they threw the ball down the field. Deshaun Watson tried to push the ball down the field. I think 2 throws he had that were down the field throws. But there was a bunch of times where CBS was roasting Deshaun Watson and basically showing, look right here. He's waiting a second and a half, because I realized the offensive line is trash. They can't block. But it's like, if he could just hang in there another half second, maybe a full second, he's got a deep in route coming. And if he makes that throw, 15, 20-yard gain, keep going down the field. But instead, they're just getting these little chip plays like that are like 3-4 yards to David Njoku, Akins, receivers kind of underneath, and they're going nowhere. Like, they got to change this offense up if they want to win ball games. They got to push the ball down the field. Now, Jameis Winston, he's going to push the ball down the field. He's not going to be afraid to hang in there and just chuck this ball down the field in the harm's way. When it comes to Nick Chubb and how he looked good. He was doing his thing. He's coming back from injury. I didn't expect him to go out there and run for 100 yards, especially how bad our offensive line is. I didn't expect him to do anything crazy. I just thought he'd get out there, get his feet wet, go back out there, get used to running around, full contact, getting hit, and he held up pretty good. When it comes to our receiving core, Tillman was on today. Tillman was on. He was the main guy getting targets. Now with Amari Cooper being gone, he got traded away to the Buffalo Bills. Cedric Tillman seems like he's going to be the guy now. He's going to be the guy that we're looking to throw the ball to. I'm okay with that, because he looked good today. Can he hang in there and keep moving forward, being the number one guy? We'll see. The guy who we thought was going to be the number one guy, Jerry Jeudy, he didn't get a target till the fucking fourth quarter, people. And it was like Jameis Winston was the one to give him his target, got an 18-yard catch, and then it was like the next 3 or 4 passes, all to Jerry Jeudy. They were all drops, but it's like they started realizing, why isn't he getting touches? Start feeding him. Like I said with David Njoku, he was getting fed. He was getting a lot of, like I said, short passes, but he was making those yards, the little 2-yard, 3-yard passes into like 10-yard gains, because he would then turn at the sideline and truck his way for more yards. And then lastly, like I said, defense, they held him at 21 points. They did a good job. There was a part of me that says, oh, they kind of sold a few times. There was a couple plays where maybe they did some bad tackling, which I will agree they did bad tackling, but they gave opportunities for the offense to win. And when you allow a team to get only 21 points, the offense has capitalized. Because there was plenty of times last year when, like I said, Joe Flacco off the couch came in and he could get this team scores on scores, and he would, even if he threw 2 or 3 interceptions, the defense would help him out and he'd still go down there and get touchdowns in the end to win the game. With this defense, they feel like it doesn't matter if we allow 35 points or 17 points, we're still gonna fucking lose. Kind of pains me as a Browns fan to watch this team, because it's like, we are historically bad. Penalties on offense and defense, we, I think, are number 1 league in penalties. We are the worst third down team on offense in the NFL. I believe we're top 5 in worst run block rate, top 5 in worst pass block rate. Put it this way, every category you don't want to be top 5 worst in whenever it comes to offense, we're there. Now, do I think these things can be changed? I hope so, and I'm going to tell you why. I feel like now with DTR, Jameis Winston, maybe with these guys, they're living with a motto of like, they don't give a fuck. They can just go out there and have fun, play free, push the ball downfield. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? They go back to the bench. I think if they can put Jameis Winston out there, which I think is who they're going to put out there. DTR, maybe. I think Jameis Winston being the veteran, he needs to be the one out there playing. I say put Jameis Winston out there. I say let him play. Let him play next week and see what he gives you. He might honestly be able to take this offense and put up some points, and you might just roll with it. Because we already know Deshaun Watson is going to be out the rest of the season, and there's a real chance maybe next year, week 1, week 2, week 3, he still won't be back. So for all the Browns fans that are out there saying, like whenever I talked about the intro about this being a good loss, I'm saying it honestly. This is a good loss because now we have something to build from. We have hit rock bottom. The offense is trash. Team looks like ass. This team looks worse than the 2017 0-16 team. There's a real part of me that looks at this team and says, are we going to get a second win this year? Like, can we legit get a second win? It's going to be a long season. It's going to suck. But like I said, we've already hit rock bottom. Like, we have hit rock bottom. The only way is up. Then let's just do it. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree, disagree with anything I said? Do you think the Browns play good, bad in this game? Defense, good, bad? Offense, good, bad? What do you think about Deshaun Watson's injury? Whatever your opinion maybe whenever it comes to anything in this game, go ahead and leave a complete opinion down in the comment section down below. I'd be more than welcome to kind of talk about with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.